Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to a new episode of Coffee Ground. And we have a wonderful guest that we had on the show just, I think, 1.5 years ago. And it's great that she's back. It's an honor, Mrs. Elsie Bay. Hello, how are you?
Hi, good. How are you?
I'm very good. I'm very good. I'm doing really good. I mean, I slept all day, watched movies, and I have wine, so I'm perfect.
Yeah. Wonderful.
Yeah, I think that's the best way to put it. So it's a long time ago when we last met. How are you doing? You are now a permanent resident in Berlin when I read this correctly.
Yeah. I moved here. Last time I spoke to you, I was also in Berlin,
Yeah.
but just like for a shorter writing trip. And that was actually when I first thought, why don't I just move here? And then half a year later, I kind of did.
So it was the typical stuff. You visited Berlin. You fell in love with the techno DJ garbage man. Now what was that? The techno DJ bums on the street on a Sunday. So he said, "Hey, I just stay there in Berlin."
Yeah. I haven't been to a club yet, but maybe one day. But no, I came here for work.
Yeah, totally.
To be honest, yeah, for the writing scene.
So yeah, I mean, I said this because that really happened to me on a Sunday in Berlin last year in summer. That there was a bum, what's the word? A person without a real home. What's the right word for that?
I don't know.
A homeless man. A homeless man, yeah.
Yeah.
A homeless man which did a DJ session on the streets of Berlin. Something that I've never seen. It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
That's why I fell in love with Berlin. So, but mostly you are back on the show because you stole me money.
Do I?
You stole me money, and you gave it back. You gave it back. So that's should we enlighten the people with this beautiful story of the first time getting back in contact after 1.5 years. Should we enlighten the people?
Sure. I we'll see. You give your version, I'll give mine.
So you did this. You had your how can I say it's your secret Instagram account where you put some elite people or fans into to give them elite informations about your stuff you're doing, interesting clips of songwriting or something. So you did a special Instagram account where you can only where you have to accept people into the account so that the people can see it, the Baywatch, and then you did this for as a site where people pay monthly to get inside informations on your career or something. Yeah. And I did this, and I did a subscription on that site, and it stole me money.
But if you do a subscription, you're supposed to pay though. But I guess what happened to you was that the payment went through many times.
No, if I do a subscription, I steal it. No, you're absolutely right. So that was the first moment where I wanted to destroy you. So then you said, oh, there has been some technical difficulties, and you made a perfect job to get me my money back. And then I said, now you owe me a podcast episode, and now you're back.
Yes. Yeah, because I'm part of a new kind of platform, so I'm not sure if it's open for everybody yet, but I'm definitely part of testing it out, the open stage platform. So that's why we sometimes have some technical difficulties. It's basically because sometimes it is the first time they set it up, and we have to basically test if it works and then get some feedback from people.
Hey.
So in worst case scenarios, we get situations like we did with you where
No, it's all good.
people try to subscribe and the money goes through and then it doesn't work and then you have to do it again, and yeah.
Hey, you did great. It was great. That was mostly just a way I planned to get a nice talk out of this, so that we could slide into it and that we could have a laugh about this. So yeah,
Maybe there were no technical difficulties and you just subscribed 6 times and then
so you want to say that I, the narrator of this illustrious show, have done wrong? That's what you want to say, that I fucked up?
no, not fucked up, that you had a clever plan to get me on the podcast.
Maybe I did this, but maybe maybe in the end didn't need to do this because you been answering my messages, and I'm very proud of that we could stay in contact. That's really cool because we rooted for you in Melodi Gran Prix, me and my soon to be husband. So, and I'm very thankful that you answered my messages, and so it's nice to have you back here. It's just.
Well, yeah, no, I thank you for having me. I thought it was a lot of fun last time, so
Yeah,
that's kind
totally.
of also why I wanted to come back.
It was a great episode, and I have to say, it's not like, okay, it is like that I bragged with you on when I was on parties, like, I had a lot of illustrious people on my podcast, like Norwegian pop stars or something, and I know a lot of great people, so yeah, I bragged with you, and I'm totally sorry about that.
That's good. No. That's also, you supporting me by telling people about me. Like,
Yeah. I do this all the time. So, I have something planned for this today, because I just want to keep in touch and just talk and all this. But we have the normal questions through. So normally I would ask you, how did you go on to do music? How did you came to do music? How's your songwriting stuff and all this? And I've planned some stuff. So we will absolutely talk about Melodi Grand Prix. And then I hope you will give me all the connections of people you have that are in Eurovision, because I need more connections. I know I want that you give me all the connections you have. No, that's absolutely. I'm not doing this great. So
well, I could.
You could.
Could.
Yeah, you could.
Could.
Could we just talk about that? I'm very sad that you couldn't. That you did not give me the names of subwoofer. I'm very sad about that. I had to wait
now.
Yeah, now you can, because now everyone knows, but I had to wait 1 year for this, and I'm very disappointed, Elsie, that you didn't give me the names.
Yeah, no, I think that would have been bad for my career if I had been the one.
But hey, it would be good for mine.
That's true.
That's
true. You could call me an egotistic person there.
Absolutely.
What it's called. I don't know.
An egoist. No,
Putting
it's all
myself
fine.
first.
It's all fine. It's all fine.
Yeah.
I know I'm playing the funny guy now, but.
But did you? Were you surprised, or was it the people that you thought it was?
Absolutely not, because we just read about it, and the interesting idea behind this, because I think it was a thing on Reddit that people talked about, who is it, and then people, I don't know how, but I think they Googled about musicians from Norway, and then they found out that the people that did What Does the Fox Say are Norwegians, and then there was this thing out that people said, oh my god, it must have been the What Does the Fox Say guys. So absolutely, because it makes sense now, they are from Norway.
Yeah,
I wished a lot of ideas would be that easy, that people are from the same country, but yeah. So I absolutely must be Adolf Hitler 2.0 because I'm from Germany. So thanks, guys, on Reddit. Thank you, internet people, for this interesting idea. But no, it's been other people that I have known. But hey, it was a very nice reveal, and it was a very nice show.
Yeah. I think it was perfect for them to reveal it at that moment.
How was it on that show? Was there any way where you had to act surprised on that, or like, really, we will film you and you have to be very surprised? You have to do like you have known.
No, I think the whole crew kind of knew that. I mean, I have at least been very open about knowing who they were from the beginning.
Yeah,
So I think it would be very weird for the TV crew to stage that. I would be surprised, I guess.
that would be
And
so
the
awesome.
whole, the whole song and the concept was the worst kept secret. So I guess it's kind of
That would have
clear
been
that
so
everybody knew.
great. It would have been so great if they would have everyone just staged it. Like really bad stage, yeah, just like that, like this. Oh my god, I never thought that. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that would have been.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Yeah,
would
I
totally do
know.
this. I would totally do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did, like, they were a bit careful with us filming in the arena while they were doing rehearsals and stuff. So they didn't want it to get out
Oh.
before the show.
Yeah, I mean that's I think that was a really great reveal, and absolutely you've been in the show. You've been a part of Melodi Gran Prix, and you've been. Now I'm a little bit. You've been fifth. Am I right? Fourth. I'm so dumb. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm
Oh,
doing.
that's fine.
I'm doing heavy research for. I mean, I'm doing unbelievable research before every guest I'm putting it onto the show. So I researched unbelievable. So you're wrong. You've been fifth. I'm
Okay,
right because I did
you.
research. I did research, but there was an unbelievable hype package they did before your first for your first time you performed, like that they shoot people from the internet that said you've been the favorite last year and you should have won. And now there's the big question. Are you ready for the big question?
Yeah.
Were you disappointed? Yeah.
No.
Oh no. Okay.
Well, I mean, I was hoping that I would do better with the jury. So I guess in a sense I was a little disappointed that I didn't do better there, but overall I kind of had a feeling few weeks before actually that it wasn't going to be my year. So it was all about just, getting up on that stage and doing a performance that I was proud of. And I got to say, one thing that I didn't know before I entered MGP, because I'd never done any kind of music competitions before, is that there's so much energy and nervousness and anxiousness going into the actual performance that there isn't a lot of time to think about the result in a way,
Yeah.
because you have a job to do and you have to go out there and you have to do it well, otherwise you will embarrass yourself in front of
Totally.
millions of people, so you have to be focused and you have to be on point and you have to be prepared, and everything all the energy goes into the performance, and the rest is kind of a bonus if you do well in a way. So I was just so relieved when I went off stage that I was like, whatever, in a way, because it went well.
I totally believe that. I mean, what I could see was you've been very focused beforehand. So we saw this this clip before, and then in the end, I think they show the people at back of the stage before the package. I think before the video, and we were like, oh my god, she's totally focused. Wow, and yeah. So I think it was an unbelievable performance. I really. Totally. I mean, that was another great asset, because the funny thing is, we watched Phantom of the Opera 2 or 3 weeks before, and we had instant flashbacks when you did the performance, especially with the chandelier in the middle of stage. So we were totally blown away. It was absolutely great.
Thank you.
We loved it. So,
Thank you so much.
So how did you come up with the idea for all this? I mean, the installation, the thing, the whole thing was planned through. So how did you come up with the act? How did you come up with the dances? How did you get in with that? How did you?
Well, I mean, we started out with knowing what we did last year.
Yeah.
And thinking we have to do something different because we can't can't have people say, we've already seen this. You know, we have to bring something new to the table.
Totally.
Okay, what did we do last year? We had strings.
Mm-hmm.
So let's not do strings this year. What else can we do? Could we have backup singers? Maybe not the right song for that. We were thinking about having it as a duet actually for a while, but we moved away from that as well because we thought it's not a duet kind of song. So we landed on having dancers because it's a waltz, it's a 6/8 song. Which was also we made it in 6/8 because we thought that would be different from Death of Us. So it's basically like what can we put in here that we didn't do last year was the starting point, and then obviously it needs to fit with the song and everything. And it was the stage director who knew exactly which dancer to ask. He was the one who contacted Helene Spilling and asked her to do it.
Yeah, they were unbelievable. So there's the whole thing with the dancers. I thought this resonated very well. So did you thought about duet partners? So did you search for duet partners till when you or did you throw it away with the duet very, very early?
Yeah, we thought about it for a while. We talked to some people, but we never got to the stage of recording it as a duet. So I don't know what that would have sounded like, but we kind of decided to move away from that before it got to that point.
You could do this now after everything is over, so you could still do this.
As a duet?
Yeah,
right?
why not? I mean, or do you say it is? It's just not the right song for that.
I think it's not the right song for it. Yeah. It kind of, because I think then it would have to change a little bit, you know, and then it would be which parts should go. And yeah, no.
Yeah, you're right. So, what is in store next time, or do you plan going back to NGK as a singer, or if you would go back, what would be in store next time? So maybe if you go like, what did we do last time? What can we do now? Let's do something different. Maybe we see you with in a singer songwriter style or something with just acoustic guitar or something.
I think I definitely won't come back next year because I know in many countries a lot of artists come back every year and that stuff. It's not that normal in Norway. So I think they probably won't let me in once again next year, and I feel like it's also not the right time for my artist project. I would like to take some time and figure out my sound outside of MGP as well. But I am going to try my best to be a songwriter next year as well. And the camps are starting next week, actually.
Wow.
They used to be in August, but now they are moving to April. And if I don't do something now, I will lose power. Hold on.
So I thought so. Oh my God! So you have to plug in your cell phone. So it sounded like no problem. It sounded like you have to start writing a new song right now while we talk because it's in a week or something. That's what it sounded in the first place. So,
no, but it kind of is like that because the camps are you write a song every day.
Wow.
So on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I will write for MGP. And then the week after, I will write on the Tuesday. And then I would have written the Wednesday and Thursday as well. Because that is my favorite camp. But I got a gig.
Oh, you got a gig?
Yeah, and it pays well.
So, where are you playing?
It's in my hometown. They're going to open an arena, like a sports arena kind of thing.
This is great. So
it's nice.
Wow.
It gigs they pay up front and songwriting they pay only if you get the cut and then they pay like years later. So
yeah, that's always what I thought or what I never knew how it is just to transition from being singer, songwriter, musician to going just do songwriting. So if you say so, it is like they pay you for the songs you write. So if you make the song, they pay you, but not upfront.
No, so the thing is, if the song is released, then you have royalties.
Yeah, that's clear. That's clear.
Yeah, and that will give you money. I mean, if the song does well, you get more. If the song doesn't do well, you don't get that much.
Yeah.
So it kind of all depends on what the people think your song is worth and what radio thinks it's worth when they choose to list it or not.
But are you writing for MGK and other stuff, or are you just only writing for MGK in the songwriting camp?
The songwriting camps are for MGP. Yeah.
Oh, for MGP. Yeah.
So it's basically. I mean, sometimes I've had people, like the artist is in the room, we write a song and it doesn't make it to MGP, but they still want it and they release it on their artist project.
But
it's meant to be for MGP. Yeah.
But isn't it like hard just to come up with a song on the fly? Like, yeah, you have 1 week of songwriting camp and now you have to be creative. You have to put this out. Isn't that just a struggle sometimes, or?
Sometimes it can be, but I think most of the time it depends on who you're writing it with. Because on these camps you get paired up with people, sometimes people that you know from before, but other times not. But it's usually the camp host who decides the groups. So sometimes you're lucky, sometimes it's okay, and sometimes it's not the best match. But I think most people who do this are really used to writing a song in a day. And once you sit down and work on it, it doesn't have to take that long,
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, because I mean, I'm writing songs since some years now, but not in that heavy way. So like I have a week and I have to do it, but if I sit down and write a song, it is hard because I have to push it out of my brain somehow, and then yeah. But in songwriting camps, you mostly don't have the time, so normally it's just to wait till the song comes to me and write it down. So yeah, there you have to do it. But it's nice that they pay you with the musicians or pay with other people, so then maybe it's easier.
Yeah, I think if we are. Usually we are 3 or 4 people in one group. So that'd be probably one producer, maybe one artist, and then 1 or 2 upliners, songwriters. And it's basically just, sometimes we get a little bit of a brief, like the Stig, the boss of MGP kind of thing. He would say like, okay, let's try something typical Norwegian today, or let's try something like epic, like a big Eurovision sort of, not a cliche, but like the Euphoria stuff, the big ones. Sometimes they're like, oh, let's try some ballads, like power ballads, and something in Norwegian, something English. We get these little things, but we don't have to stick with them.
But that's a nice way to go with it. So that's really cool. So now you are, I said, in Berlin since a year or half a year. How is it? Yeah. How is it working out for you? I mean, it certainly is a lot of change to maybe living in Norway and working in Norway. So, how is it working out for you? How do you like it?
I really, really do enjoy it. I do. I feel like it's much easier to book sessions with people here in a way, especially international people, because if you live in Czech Republic or in France or in the UK and do music, you might have a plan to go to Berlin and write a little in the near future anyways. So it's way easier to get people to come here and work with me, versus in Norway it's like nobody's really going there that much because it's expensive and it's kind of far away and that stuff. So with the location is really nice. It's very Central Europe kind of thing.
Yeah.
And the kebabs are good. Very good. The biggest problem is the language barrier because my German is really bad. I had Spanish in school, so I'm
Oh my
still.
god, oh my god. I mean, it would. Oh my god, I have to really feel this now. But how is Elsie Bay sound in German? How is your? I mean, can you say something in German?
No.
Oh, come on. That'll be fun. We will all enjoy it. 9 out of 10 people will enjoy it. No, it's all good. It's all good.
But
But
what should I say?
no, it's
Because
all good. But what? How well are you learning the language? German is a hard language. It's not easy, and I really believe it's not a nice language. It's not like it is not. It is
it's not the nicest one I've heard, like if you
really.
compare it to, I think French and Spanish sounds a little
Mm.
nicer. But the thing with German is that it's got a lot of Norwegian words, or a lot of the words are the same,
Yeah.
and also with English. So knowing Norwegian and English,
Mm.
there are a lot of words that are the same, or it's like, that makes sense. It's close kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah, it is. I mean, I mostly have this if I watch Norwegian or Swedish television, so that there are some words that are the same, but the most problem in about German is the grammatical stuff. German
Mhm.
grammatic is crazy as hell. I mean, I, I, I don't. I mean, it's like, yeah, we could make it easier for everyone to learn it, so people could integrate better, but yeah, no.
No,
It's like
no.
the funny thing is that Germans there's this big debate since years about integration of foreign people in Germany, like how when are they integrated well enough, why they can't learn German that easy, but German is one of the worst languages to learn, and I can only say I never really understood all this stuff. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, no,
it's
but I mean, I have to say I haven't had a lot of time to try either, so I'm still like on the Duolingo stuff. And we've talked about maybe trying to do a German class, but the little bit of our issue is that we travel so much that we can't really commit
I
to like
understand
every
that.
Tuesday or stuff like that. And then we kind of just forgot about it. So I guess we have to look into like online courses and stuff. But yeah, there's been a lot of work.
Yeah, yeah, I believe that, and I think it's hard just to learn something like that. I mean, in the moment I tried to learn sign language, I don't know why, but
Mm,
I started and it worked out very well, but then I totally forgot about it. So
yeah.
it's just always like that. But yeah. So the question is, can you order a kebab on German?
Yeah. But then the problem is, so I would probably say something like, I don't know if it's ein or eine Dönerbox. Huh?
Dinner box. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Is it ein or eine?
Eine, yeah.
Eine Dönerbox. Uh,
That's the thing. Why do we have to take like? I mean, in German, in English you have the for everything, but in German it's like der, die, das, wir, ihr, sie, ein, eine, ihre. What the
yeah,
fuck? So I don't know why. I never used it like that in the real. It's eine Dönerbox.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I ordered that, but then the problem is that they say, I know that they're saying eat here or take away,
Yeah.
but I don't know which one is which one, so I always just go take away. And
Yeah, but
then we go with English from there.
hey, you're doing well. Absolutely guess
Mhm.
that. So I've been totally in last week on a live stream I did a what's the word? So if you want to be a German, you have to do this test. I
Mm.
don't know what's the right word for it. Like and
Is it
it,
a language test?
and no, it's inauguration test. Like yeah, you want to be a German citizen, you have to do this test. So yeah, there are 150 questions, and they make you a test out of 25 of the questions, and yeah, they ask you all sorts of dumb stuff. And I was like, why don't we make a real German test, like, and why don't we do a real German class where you learn the stuff you really need, like ordering kebab. So yeah,
Yeah.
that would be
Or
nice. So yeah,
getting internet for your apartment
yeah.
because
Oh my god, it's hard.
I don't have it.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. Oh my god. It's
got-
the worst. It's the worst doing this.
I got the apartment in December. It's April. I don't have internet.
Is it because of the language barrier, or is it because of the beautiful German service that we all know is unbelievable?
Do you want to hear the whole story?
Yeah, please. Please tell us the whole story.
Okay, I will try to keep it short.
No, you can tell.
But
We're
it's
on
long.
a podcast. It's the perfect. If you ever want to tell the story in a funny way, it's now. I'm sitting back. I have wine. Just enlighten us, please.
Okay. So we got the apartment in December.
Yeah.
We went to a store and we said, hey, we need Wi-Fi. The landlord says we need to connect to the phone line. We're not sure what that means, but he says we can't get it the normal way. We have to connect to the phone line. And they were like, that sounds weird. Here's what we'll do. Get your router, and then there will come a guy and flip a switch in your basement. And we were like, okay. So a week later, we got the router. And then 3 weeks later, after that, was the first time that the technician could come and flip the switch. So he got there, did something, and said, in 20 minutes, you will have a connection. And then in 20 minutes, we didn't. And it didn't work the next day or the next day. So we went back, and they said, okay, we'll send another technician, but he can't come until 3 weeks later. So when he came, he looked in the basement, and he said, you guys don't have a cable that goes, you can't get Wi-Fi this way. You have to connect with the phone line. So I went back to the store and I said, we have to connect with the phone line. And then they were like, oh, you need a Fritz box or something.
Yeah.
We have one here right now. You're so lucky. And we're like, okay, great. So can we get Wi-Fi today then? And they were like, no, we still need to send a technician to flip some switch or whatever in the basement. But now you have a system with an app and everything, and let's book that appointment for the 3rd of March, which was like 3 weeks from this time or something, 4 weeks. Then in the app it said, we'll get back to you regarding your appointment on the 3rd of March. The problem is that it still says that we will get back to you regarding your appointment on the 3rd of March, and let me remind you, it is the 7th of April. But a few weeks back, we were like, we had enough of that company. We're like, this is not working. We can't get in touch with them. We sent them emails. They didn't reply. We called them. They said, you have to send an email. We said, we sent you an email. And they were like, send another email. And we contacted the store again, and she tried to get in touch with them. And finally, they emailed her back saying, we can't do it. So when I went into the store for the last time, the woman said, I think you should just go to another provider. So I went to Telecom, and the guy there said that it would only take them a week to send a guy that would come and flip a switch, because we already have the Fritz box. And then when I had signed all the papers and everything was good to go, and he was going to book the appointment with the technician, he said, oh, no, we can't do it until the 29th of April. So I am looking forward to the 29th of April when I finally get Wi-Fi. I don't think so, but we'll see.
Okay, one question. Because I totally understand what you say, because I had this stuff 1 year ago. Just the same stuff. Just bloody the same thing. You did the first provider you asked, was it Vodafone?
No.
No, okay, because I had the same stuff. And this is beautiful Germany, because the thing is, old people are like, oh my god, they are doing so hard, they can't follow the rules, the good rules in Germany, because it's so easy in Germany to get stuff for foreign people. But it is not. It is for me. I've been to Vodafone and had the same thing with just that. I wanted to get connected to the phone line. I had a lot of stuff to do, and in the end it worked, but it needed me, I think, 1.5 months to do this. And then that was the problem, that Germany don't have as the best internet in Europe. It has one of the worst internet connections in Europe, which is great because we're the greatest country in the world. But we have the 23rd best internet in Europe out of 27 states in the statistics. So the thing is that they are now all about the Glasfaser, that high voltage internet connection that everyone has since the 80s around the world. And this is the next dumb stuff, because in the village I'm living, there's this company that did this high internet voltage internet stuff, this high fast internet line, and they purchased the rights to do this for a lot of different villages. And I said I don't want this stuff because it costs too much for me, so I go to Vodafone because it works out the best shit for me. I mean, I'm doing the phone line and because it works the best for me. So, and then when the technician came to check if this works out, he checked it. Then he looked outside. Then he saw the Georgian workers from Georgia. I don't know why the workers that dig the holes on the side of the road for the fast internet line were all from Georgia. I don't know why. But they found out that they crushed my telephone line, and then they had to work this out again. It needed weeks, but yeah, beautiful. Yeah. It's beautiful. So come on, don't. Why don't you have internet? It's so easy in Germany. It is not. It is worst, and Germany isn't. I mean, I could rant about this for years.
Yeah,
but
I mean, there's a lot of stuff, like, I mean, the good thing, like in Norway, if I had issues with this, there wouldn't be an office that I could go to. I would have to like do it online or call or something like that. So it's nice kind of that it's a little bit old school in Germany, that you can actually go to the office and bring the papers and have a conversation with a real person and try to explain your troubles. But the bad thing about it is that you also most likely have to go there. Like, you can't fix it online. Like the anmeldung stuff, that's really weird that I have to make an appointment and go somewhere. And what? Can I just put that in online? And that would totally be the way to do it in Norway.
This is not possible in Germany. It's not. I mean, I had to do an extra appointment to make all this marriage stuff. It was that was really. We said, hey, where I want to marry in the city near to me. How do I have to do this? So I called them. I called the branch of the city which is organizing all the marriage stuff. So and they said, yeah, cool. You have to call the branch or the institution in your village that organizes that. Said, okay, so I have to go just to the mayor's office in my village. No, you can't, because we cut that in your village. We cut just that the people that organize that office. We cut that because it costs too much. So now we have in another village, in a neighbor village, they organizing everything for 4 or 5 villages. So I had to go there. Then I called them. I didn't reach them. It needed me 1 or 2 weeks. Then I reached them, and then I had to make an appointment. And then we said, okay, can we just another? And then there was like another question. When I'm just there, can I also organize that my partner is leaving the church, because I left the church 5 years ago or 6 years ago, and they said, yes, we can do that. Just arrive here on the same day, and we can do that. And then it needed us an hour to put this all together.
Yeah.
It's
bureaucracy.
It's beautiful bureaucracy. In Germany, that's the one thing we should learn, people that want to learn German. Bureaucracy in Germany is hell. It is hell. It is really hell. So, and the most important thing you should learn in Germany is how to order kebab. That's the most important thing. Yeah, and
Yeah, but I mean, the exciting thing is I've never gotten as much mail as I
totally,
get now. Like,
totally.
I actually have to get into a routine of checking my mailbox because there's stuff in it. Because in
Yeah,
Norway, they send emails if they want to reach you.
yeah, little Elsie. Yeah, now you're in the big leagues. You're in the big countries. You are now in the countries of the. I wanted to say something like now you're living in the world of the mature people.
Mhm. No, but it's not environmentally friendly,
It's
you know, to
not.
send all this paper.
Yeah, it is. It is not totally not. And the thing is, they don't teach this in schools how to do your once a year you have to make this what's the word for that?
Like the tax stuff.
Yeah, the tech stuff. Yeah, once a year you have to do the tech stuff. Nobody showed me that. I
No, no,
made
no.
I made my own company some years ago because it's sometimes a little bit stressful to make money if you're a musician because it's not tax friendly to so we made some sort of company and no one helped me doing the tax for that. It was hell.
Mm.
But hey,
Yeah, that's difficult. Yeah.
but you know what? You can do this online.
Hmm.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
we shouldn't stop. We should stop ranting about Germany. So, but hey, it's cool that you will have internet very soon. That's just really cool. So,
I mean, we'll see.
to-
I am
we cross fingers for that.
realistically just not pessimistic, not
Yeah.
optimistic, just somewhere in between. I'm just gonna see
Yeah.
what happens.
Oh my God, we could do this so much more often, and we could watch you getting integrated into German culture. That'll be so nice, and then we could do some like quiz stuff or I name you German dumb German sentences, and you have to answer me what they mean or something. We could
Yeah.
make a game show out of this.
Hmm.
We should do this. We should pitch this to television.
Yes.
Totally. You will be a
Ich möchte-
megastar. What?
Ich möchte hier parken.
This is so great. I mean,
Yeah.
what's this thing like? I mean, I want to think about typical German sentences, but I can't. It's like something like hier ist Parkverbot. You can't park here. Like this. Das ist ein Behindertenparkplatz. It's like unbelievable. I really love this because it's sometimes so damn strange. But we could, if you want, you can come back anytime and we can talk about this more often if you want. So I would be totally happy. This is a contact I want to keep in touch with. So
Yeah,
Elsie,
cool.
Elsie, if you want, you
I mean-
can totally join, especially when you have internet connection.
Yes. It'll be
Totally.
great.
Yeah.
I'm actually in the studio now, so here we have a connection.
So you're in the studio now. Okay, cool. Wow. Because you had the session before, and now you stopped the session, and all the musicians are waiting till we stop talking, right?
Pretty much. There is a producer right there who's
Really?
working with his headphones on. Yeah.
Oh my God. I've been really talking like embarrassing stuff the last 45
No, but
minutes. He can't hear
can't
us.
hear you.
Okay,
No, he's
yes.
working with headphones so that the sound of the speakers are not
Oh my
disturbing
God.
our podcast.
Oh my God.
But yeah, because we're going away on Monday, and there is a lot of stuff that we should finish before we do. So
I
it's gonna be a
understand.
late night.
Oh my God. So, and now I'm taking off a lot of time from your also very hard schedule, and to talk about you
it's
about strange stuff. So it's fine. Okay. So
Yeah, it's because it's like a finalization of a production,
okay.
and since I'm not a producer, I'm basically more like a feedback kind of.
Okay. But
I'm
yeah.
I'm an extra.
I think it's unbelievable how you're managing this stuff. I mean, it sounds like that you have a lot of stuff on your chest and you have to carry a lot of stuff. But I think it's unbelievable how you manage this. So
Thank you. Well,
believe
I
it.
mean, I get a lot of help from an app called Microsoft To Do.
I
Where
also have that.
you have it?
I
Yeah,
think I have
great.
it. I think I have it, and also I have two planners, two calendars.
Mm-hmm.
One for band and all the other project stuff, and one for just work and private stuff, because I have to organize a marriage. So it's that's beautiful.
How?
It's so cheap.
Mm-hmm. But how? Because you told me that you were gonna get married, but
Yeah.
did you tell me the day?
I haven't told you today, and I'm very close about that, because I there are some colleagues from work that threatened me to visit me, and they are not invited. So that was all a little bit strange. But in June we're getting married. Oh my god, how are you saying this? In June I'm getting married on Standesamt. Like I say, so I'm getting married in the.
Like, oh, in the when you go to the office and sign the papers,
Yeah,
basically.
I signed the paper. Yeah, basically the real German way to do it. So you get to the office and sign the papers. Yeah, like we all do. And then there's a free marriage with a free speaker on in July, and the big party and all this. So that'll be really great, and I'm happy about that. Yeah, I mean it was the best. I think it was Christmas 1.5 years ago when I asked him to marry me, and it was the greatest night of his life.
Not yours. That was a different one.
Yeah. So now I have a lot of stuff to do, and I'm I have I'm changing my job or the place I'm working, and so I have a lot of stuff to do, and a lot of stuff that breaks me emotionally and psychologically. So yeah, it's the perfect year. And then I'm also trying to release new songs. So yeah.
Nice.
Also in I want to release new songs, and maybe because I also bragged with you on parties or something, I would like to use you for promo. Could this be possible? But that it doesn't mean something very bad. It's like we want to do videos. I mean, it's nothing. It's not nothing crazy. Believe me. It's like
Crazy.
we want to we just want to record people, or doing some short videos of people that are listening to the song, and want to record their reaction. That's all. And we ask a lot of different musicians. So if you would be in it, that would be great. I would be very honored.
How soon do you need it? Or
it's nothing special. It's we're in the studio next week, so then we have to finish it, finalize it, and then I think in June we want to put it out. So we have, maybe I would catch up with you in the end of May. Maybe it's nothing special. Maybe we could just I could also do this here on Discord, but it would be very nice if you could help me with that.
Yeah, sure.
You're also helping a lot with being on this podcast. But I told you that I have planned something. So, Elsie Bay, I want to ask you something. Do you know the interesting AI platform or AI gadget, ChatGPT? Do you know that?
Yes.
I used ChatGPT for preparing on this.
Okay.
It was just the craziest stuff I ever did. And ChatGPT gave me some beautiful things. Okay. So the crazy thing is, I asked ChatGPT if that was a crazy thing. Here, I asked ChatGPT if she knows the Norwegian singer Elsie Bay, and ChatGPT said no.
Really?
Yeah, ChatGPT said, as an AI language model, I have information about many different topics, including Norwegian music and singers. However, I do not have access to the most up-to-date information all times. I would need to know more about the specific person you are referring to. Could you provide me with more information? I said, she's a young pop singer from Norway, and I typed your full name and said, thanks for additional thing, but I can tell you that Norway has a rich music scene with many talented artists and various genres, including pop. It's not common for new upcoming artists to emerge and gain popularity both within Norway and internationally. Yeah. AI hates Norway, like.
But I thought AI could just like Google it.
Yeah,
Or
that'd
find
be
it,
so
right?
nice. But it's exciting to see young talent develop in the music industry, and I wish Elsie Bay the best luck in her musical career. That's so. And then
Thanks.
I asked asked ChatGPT, do you have questions for her, because I will interview her in some hours? And ChatGPT gave me some random questions.
Okay, nice.
Would
Let's
you
go.
like to hear that? Okay. Okay. But these questions are really random.
Okay.
Really random. Like, um, your latest single with the name, and this is true. ChatGPT said this. Your latest single is called WTCF. Has been getting a lot of attention. Can you talk about the inspiration behind the song and the creative process of making it? I googled it, and I don't know how it has the idea that you ever created a song that's called WTCF, but yeah.
No, and I've never done that. It's not in a catalog. It's not written for anybody else. So, but the inspiration behind it, that's a tough one. I don't know
Okay.
what to do with that.
What's the okay? Another question is, what has been the biggest challenge you faced in your career so far, and how did you overcome it?
Mm, okay. I don't know. I mean, I don't think that there's like one thing that sticks out. There's been like bumps in the road and everything. Um, but I guess getting back into it after kind of COVID or mid-COVID with the MGP stuff and
Oh
going
yeah.
back on that big stage after having been gone. I mean, my last gig was in December 2017 with Elsa and
Wow.
Amelia. And then I was going to do my solo project, and we were kind of preparing for that in 2018, 2019. I was studying a little bit as well and just getting into songwriting for other people. And then we started the Elsie Bay project, and then
Mm,
COVID hit.
yeah.
So there were no shows and nothing like that. And then I got offered MGP. So being up on that stage in January 2022 was like, yeah, I mean,
After
4 years later. And
4 or 5 years later, that's
yeah,
that's
so it was
crazy.
like getting back up there was, I guess, probably the biggest challenge
I believe
kind of
that.
thing. Um, yeah, but I guess I overcame it.
Yeah, you totally did. So I asked a little bit more stuff to this AI thing, and the thing was, I need interesting, funny questions for an interview with Elsie Bay.
hmm
And it had the thing, if you could collaborate with any cartoon character, who would it be and why?
What? I don't watch a lot of cartoon
Me
stuff.
neither.
Uh, do I know any?
You
Know
don't
any
know any?
Power Powerpuff Girls or something? I don't know. Like,
Haven't you watched cartoons when you were younger?
no, I mean, the thing is, my parents, they weren't a fan of us sitting and watching TV all day, so they basically didn't bother to pay for like Disney Channel and stuff. So we only watched like children's TV around like 6 o'clock or something. So I only watched like Disney Channel at like my friend's house.
Yeah.
Well, maybe like does Pokemon stuff count?
Yeah, totally. We want
Yeah,
to
like
do a collaboration with
Ash
Pikachu.
Ketchum.
We want to do a collaboration with Pikachu.
No, Jigglypuff,
Yeah,
right?
totally. Do you want to know how? It is great. Do you want to know how Jigglypuff was named in Germany?
No. Oh
Pummel,
yeah.
Pummeluff.
What?
Pummeluff. Great, I love it.
That sounds bad.
That sounds really bad, and
That sounds really bad.
it always remembers me of that former that there's this club in Germany, a Berghain. It's very famous,
Mhm.
and they had a bouncer yeah, throwing the people out on the door. His name was
Yeah.
Rummelsnuff, and he's
Mm.
a musician as well. So it always remembered me of that. Yeah, I hate it.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah,
uh,
that's That's a bad name.
That's really a bad.
For Jigglypuff, yeah.
Yeah, it's in Germany. Everything is really strange. So you have to. I mean, from names and all this, because everything gets synchronized in German. So the voices are much different, and also
Yeah.
you can also watch this on YouTube, where the people show how the names of the people in the original show were, and how they were named in the German show, and why. Or the German title of famous movies and the original title of famous movies. It's a completely different ball game.
Yeah, no, that tends to happen in Norway as well. We don't dub as much. We dub for kids, but we don't dub grown-up movies. But we still sometimes give them Norwegian titles, which is weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what do we have then? We have. It gave me a question. Yeah, it gave me a question that I really liked, because it doesn't know Elsie Bay, but it does know the world famous music fake movie documentation. This is Spinal Tap, about a fake band from the 70s. And it says, have you ever had a Spinal Tap moment where you got lost backstage or couldn't find the way to the stage for a performance?
Let me have a think.
I like that.
Have I gotten lost before? Christ. Don't think so. I mean, definitely been confused. Like the arena, for instance, now with MGP, there was a lot of like dressing rooms, and then you could go past there and out on the other side and over there, and being a little stressed, I also become a little dumb. So I've had a lot of issues with like remembering where my jacket was at. My A&R actually had the job of making sure I was always wearing my jacket if I wasn't being filmed, because it was very cold. And countless times he was like, "Where's your jacket?" And I was like, "I don't know. Go get it. You need to find it." And he found it, and I was like, "Thanks." And then he was like, "You have to put it on." I was like, "Oh yeah, put it on." And then he was like, "You have to close it." And I was like, "Yeah." And then he was like, "Where's your jacket?" And I was like, "I don't know." So.
And isn't that normal? Yeah. Isn't that normal?
I think so.
I also tend to do this when I'm drunk, so it's totally normal.
I wasn't drunk, but at the same time, like, it feels a little bit like you're drunk sometimes, because there's so many hormones running wild when you are part of big stuff like that.
How do you even keep it that you can do the performance that great when you? It sounds strange. The question sounds so strange, but when you jump in that moment, how do you maintain to do a good performance? It sounds strange.
Yeah, I mean it's a bit difficult. Like, I've got two things that I'm struggling with, and one thing is shaky legs. Like, if I do get a little nervous, my legs will shake a little. So that's why I don't tend to wear high heels and stuff on stage, because I know that my balance is going to be a little, it's not like I'm going to fall or I'm not going to be able to perform or anything. It's just like a reaction. And it's like, it's a little bit like you can't control it. Like, I can be up there and be like, "You kidding? Why is my leg shaking?" But it does a little bit. And then it's also like, if I'm really nervous, it does affect the voice. Even if I try to be like, "Okay, Zen, we are calm." But it's like with all the hormones in the body, it's like the voice doesn't really work the same way as normal. Like, you would think that this is the sound that's going to come out, but you get like this instead, or this,
Yeah, it's great how you imitate it.
Yeah, and sometimes when you're not nervous at all, it's super easy to go like up into head voice, like but at other times it's like, "Oh, I'm nervous now, so I have to get around it in a different way." There's probably a scientific explanation for it. I think one of my coaches, like vocal coaches, said something that when you have a lot of adrenaline, it's much easier to reach high notes, but it's much harder to reach the low ones or something like that. I don't know if that's true. Google it, don't take it from me, but
No,
something like
it's
that.
cool.
So those are like the two things that I need to just pay attention to, that I don't go up there and be like or
Yeah.
something.
I understand that.
Other than
Totally.
that, it's just like, if you are prepared and you know what
Yeah.
to do and you've done it many times, it kind of does itself, to be
Yeah.
honest.
I mean, I cannot totally understand that. I mean, I had this when I always found out that when I sing high notes, that I sometimes tend to don't catch it and just start to get a voice crack, like something like that.
Yeah.
And then I found out that then I tried to give it more power, and then it actually happens more. Like I'm feeling like I'm a tightrope walker, and then I try to just stiff every part of my body, and then I can't concentrate anymore. So I found out shortly before that, if I just don't give me any pressure, and just when I'm really relax my whole body, then all of a sudden I can reach high notes without any problem, which is crazy, and which I absolutely hate now, because there are parts where I have to sing very high notes at the end of a song or something, and then it's the part where I mostly would like to just give it all and be completely high emotional and be very aggressive, which I can't, because then I would totally fail to reach the tone, which is this is and then I never been to a song coach which would maybe help me to understand this more, but it is.
I mean, sometimes they've got really good tips that will just be like, oh, and then it works right away, kind of thing.
But I would have never guessed that you would be like that. I can say this, that you have that problem sometimes on stage, that you get shaky feet or something. I would have never guessed that.
No, I mean, I guess I would probably say that I don't, in a sense, because I make sure that I don't, in a way, that I wear shoes that that feel comfortable and that I feel like I'm standing on solid ground, kind of thing. So for you, I don't have shaky feet, but I know that if I don't set myself up in a good position, I could get that.
Why not? Why don't you have shaky feet, Elsie? I feel. I mean, am I not important?
Yeah, but I think it's there's
It's all
there's
good.
one of those
It's all
things.
good.
Yeah. But like when you go on stage,
Yeah.
you don't want to look nervous if you're in control. You know, like if my feet start, like if my one foot starts shaking, or if it doesn't, I'm still in the exact same control of the situation, singing, but it looks like I'm more nervous than I am if I would let it shake, you know. So it's all about giving people the impression that you're very calm and all that, but of course it sometimes it's very nerve-wracking.
You can't control it sometimes, but hey, that's great. It's really great that you can keep it like that. So to wrap it up a little, and to not steal you more of your precious time, because you have you have a late night in front of you.
We're working on the next single.
The first question, just that, when will we hear new stuff from Elsie Bay?
I mean, we don't have a date yet, but I really want to get it out before summer, and I am fighting the clock, and I'm trying to get my team to be like, we're gonna do it before summer. But it's sometimes it's a little tough, and right now it's Easter, so like everyone is on holiday except me. So
oh my god.
But we'll see. I'm really hoping to get it out.
You should be very careful. All this hustling culture can really take a toll on your body. This is I mean, I can say this, I hustled last year and it really broke me, so I would not.
Did I mention that I went to the gym at 8 o'clock this morning?
How much sleep did you get last night?
7.5.
Okay, that's good. Okay, you
I
get
try
my
to get 8. Yeah, I
yeah.
try to get 8, but sometimes, like I'm gonna have a photo shoot on Sunday, and I had to do a fitting today, so I had to squeeze the gym session in before
Oh
the
my
fitting,
god.
then the session.
Oh my god. I yeah, I try to lose weight myself. So, but in the moment, I'm just like, I don't like it anymore. I mean, it's just too much. It's just too much to do
Yeah,
in the moment. It's too much
yeah.
emotional stuff, and
But I feel
yeah,
like it helps a little bit though when I work out
yeah,
with the overload of stuff. Like even if it takes an hour and a half to kind of get the
yeah,
gym stuff done, I feel more efficient after.
yeah,
I feel
totally.
better about myself. Like starting the day like that, I feel like, yeah, got
I
it.
totally. I mean, that's the same page that I am on, but yeah, the thing is, sometimes I'm too much. So sometimes I wake up and I'm too much depressed, so it's hard. It's hard sometimes
Yeah,
to get out of
yeah,
bed. But
yeah,
yeah, depression. It's a nice
yeah.
topic. No,
It's a nice topic.
it's
Yeah,
a
no, but
nice
it
topic.
also, I mean, it also helps with that. It's
Yeah,
kind of what
yeah,
I try to get up early and I
yeah,
try to go to the gym because
yeah,
it,
yeah.
at least then I have a good start and I can spend the rest of the day fucking that up.
Come on, you're not
No,
that. No,
no.
you're an unbelievable power woman. That's what I can say. I heard like that. I mean, you got up, you got in the gym to the gym at 8 in the morning. Wait, you've
Yeah.
been to the gym today at 8 in the morning. It's goddamn, it's goddamn God Friday. It's come
Yeah.
on, get yourself some
And
rest.
I didn't know that it was Easter. I kind of just,
You forgot that it's Easter. Oh,
yeah, I was like, oh, there's nobody on the S-Bahn. Nice, like super chill. And then
yeah.
the shop is closed. Wait,
This
what is
is
this?
this is strange
Oh,
in Germany. It's really strange in Germany. I mean, the clubs didn't close yesterday, but they had to stop music at 12 in midnight.
hmm.
This is strange in Germany. There are movies you're not allowed to show on television today, like Life of Brian, Rambo, Rocky, some stuff, because it's a very religious. Because religion has a very old part in culture, so there are
Yeah.
things that are not allowed today. So
Mm-hmm.
it's very fun because they on Thursday till midnight they had the clubs worked high, and then they had to turn on the lights and had to stop music at midnight, and people could celebrate, but there was no music. And then today at midnight they just start it all over again. Normally,
Weird.
it's weird. I mean, football isn't playing today. Football is starting again tomorrow. It's totally weird. So
Yeah, but because I mean, I think in Norway, like yesterday was also a day off.
mm, mm.
But
It
it
yeah.
wasn't that here, was it?
Here isn't it? It was, but I think they changed it or something because of
Oh,
something different. Or, I don't know.
mm,
That yeah, sometimes it's really weird. But hey, yeah.
yeah,
I mean, but this is unbelievable. I mean, in the moment, for me myself, in the moment, I try to get my 8 hours of sleep, get my routines. That works out. I mean, I have depression. I have ADHD. It's a real bad mix up. So, but if I can get my life on track with this, it's all fine. But yeah, I think everyone has his time to where he loses weight or goes to the gym in his life. My time isn't now because I
yeah, yeah.
can't. I'm not able to in the moment. I'm just
No,
I'm not
and I
just
think
not able.
it's not about doing it all the time.
Yeah,
It's it's great when you
yeah,
have the time to do it, but to have a like goal of having okay, I'm gonna change my life and it's gonna be
yeah,
like this forever, that's unrealistic. It's
yeah.
just it's gonna go up and down. It's
Totally.
great when you have the time to do the things that you
Yeah.
feel are right for you, and then if you can't one day, well,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
there's always another time, and you have to expect that it
Just love
can't change
yourself.
overnight. Yeah.
Just love yourself. Yeah. To wrap it up a second time, because you rudely fell into my words last time. No, it's all good.
Right.
Are you watching Eurovision this year?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I have to. Got
Yeah,
friends in there.
yeah, I know. You have
Yeah.
friends in there, so I hope you can. I hope you can give me contacts. I want to get to know people in Eurovision. No, it's I don't want to pressure you or anything, but yeah, because I want to keep this connection safe, and I want to brag with you drunk on parties more often. So I don't want to pressure anything, but who are you rooting for on Eurovision on and who are your favorites?
I mean, I have to say that I'm rooting a little bit for Alessandra, because
Yeah,
it's Norway.
totally.
But I'm definitely gonna vote for Austria.
Yeah, I know that. It's crazy. It's a great song. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
these are friends of you, right?
Yeah.
So
I mean,
that's
I have
cool.
to say I know Taya a lot better than Selena, but yeah.
I mean, I heard it and it was really, it's a great song. I think this idea behind of that, I really like that. And I also loved Alessandra for Norway. It's the favorite song of Lucas, which is doing the podcast with me.
Nice.
And he and his girlfriend are totally rooting for Norway. So yeah,
Mm.
my soon-to-be husband is totally rooting for Sweden.
Yeah.
He will absolutely call for Sweden. So yeah, and I'm like, I'm just sitting in the rafters and enjoying the show. So it's all great. I mean, yeah,
Yeah, no, I mean, obviously it would be really great if Norway did well, but
totally.
Taya is a good friend of mine, and so
Yeah, I
and
mean,
and it is a great song. Like, I think if the song
yeah,
wasn't that good, I would be like, but it's a really good song, and she's a friend of mine, so for me, it's like no-brainer.
they are really good songs in the competition this year. It's a really good competition. Yeah, but that's what I want to hear. Yeah, and yeah, so I want to wrap it up, and I want to give you the time to concentrate on your music because you have a song to produce, Elsie, and you have a song to release soon before summer. So it was an honor that you were back here. And maybe we can really do this more often. It would be really nice. So if you want to do some sort of integration podcast where I show you some very important German sentences that you will need, you can every time come back here. You can
Okay.
yeah
Right.
we can totally do
Be
this.
my German teacher.
Absolutely, I would love that.
I have
I would
questions
totally.
such as, is it ein or eine? Don't know.
Eine.
Eine dinner
This is
box.
important if you want to be a Sherman. You have to know this.
Oh wait, mit Pommes und Salat or something.
Wow, that was good. That was good.
Yeah, and it's very important to get them both. Sometimes they only give me one, and I'm like, also fries.
I mean, there are some real beautiful wrong spoken sentences about that. I mean, there's this Döner mit ohne Schaf, like a Döner kebab with and without hot. Like or like with or without sheep or something. It's really strange. Sometimes they really fuck up that sentences, but yeah. So there's very important things that we have to discuss in the future. So thank you that you were there, and thank you for your time, and thank you that you've been part on the show. Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Always. So,
Okay.
and if you
We
have
will
questions, yeah, we will totally text. I haven't given you my number, so we could totally exchange numbers. We should. So because I want to send you the song when it's wrapped up, which would be very cool if you could give me your opinion on it. Thank you.
Yeah, you could always. I guess it's smarter to send it before it's done if you want feedback, because then you can also fix it.
Yeah, totally.
If you agree,
Absolutely, yeah. Because I want to use the connections of the podcast to make some promo for this stuff, as long as nobody has anything against it. But thank you that you were here, and we will totally talk and about this. And what can I say more? Like, ladies and gentlemen, thank you that you were part of this podcast. Like, share, and subscribe, because we are non-profit, and subscription is and stays non-profit. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you that you were there. Thank you, Elsie, and have a nice day. Bye. Hallo, dies war mal wieder eine neue Folge von Cherry Bombs und Liebesbriefe. Wenn es euch gefallen hat, danke für eure Unterstützung. Habt ihr gewusst, dass es über 100 weitere Folgen gibt, die ihr wahrscheinlich noch gar nicht kennt? Die sind auf allen Audioplattformen zu finden. Also checkt einfach mal unseren Linktree aus, den ihr in unserem Social Media finden könnt. Oder scrollt einfach noch ein bisschen weiter nach unten und sucht euch die Folge von über 10 Sendungen raus, die euch interessiert. Zudem werden alle diese Podcasts auch als Video on Demand auf YouTube veröffentlicht. Dort haben wir auch exklusiven Content wie Vlogs oder wirklich Sendungen, die nur für YouTube veröffentlicht werden. Also schaut da mal rein und checkt auch unsere Social Media Kanäle, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, wo ihr auch unseren Linktree finden könnt, wo ihr sehen könnt, wo wir noch überall verfügbar sind. Zudem streamen wir regelmäßig live und es gibt die Streaming Highlights auf YouTube. Das war jetzt ziemlich viel. Danke, dass ihr zugehört habt und danke für eure Unterstützung. Liked, shared und subscribed. Goodbye and good night.